Okay. If you are new here, my name is Sharena, XOXO Sharena on the socials. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you are a subscriber. Hey friend, hey. In today's video, we are going to talk about the soft life. Soft life in 2023 and how do you really truly accomplish this soft life that everyone is talking about. So first up, I want to say that being a Black woman in America, it is very difficult to live a soft life. Let's be absolutely honest. Let's not act like we're just choosing a hard life when that's not the case. The hard life was already what we were born into. Now we have to figure out how to navigate this life, this adulthood, and be a little softer in it. I personally feel like it is accomplishable. Do I feel like it is a ever-going process? Yes. Do I think it's a sprint? No. Do I think it's a journey? Absolutely. I don't think it's a destination. I think it's something that we have to continuously work at so that we can accomplish. Get what I'm saying? Okay, let me just jump right on into it. Being a lighter Black woman or a more melanated Black woman, regardless of the fact, hard is hard. And it really doesn't matter if you in the hood, in the projects, in the suburbs, you gonna have your hard. And the things that I've gotten from other women via YouTube, learning just from listening to all types of videos to understand how exactly do you accomplish this said soft life has become so trendy. Now, we all know trends are trends, and things that are trends today may not be a trend later. A trend typically lasts for about a year. I feel like soft life is something that we actually should continue to work towards. I don't think that it should just be a trend. I think that it's something that should continue, and it should be something that women, especially Black women, should continue to work on, regardless if no one is using soft life hashtag anymore. I just feel like we should continue to work at it. The first thing that I have on my list, number one, is allow and receive help. What I tend to notice a lot is that help is being offered to us, and we're so independent, we're so strong that we don't want the help. I can do it myself. I'm independent. I don't need you. I don't need a man. I don't need nobody's help. I can do it all me. That's not soft life. That's actually choosing a hard life. And I know the independent woman was a trend of the 90s, and there's historical reasons why, if you go further back, that we're not going into right now. So I get it. I understand why, but I don't care to subscribe to it anymore. However, when you are a person that's very independent, when you are a person that's always done a lot of things yourself, when you are a person that is not used to a lot of help, it is very hard to just receive the help. And then honestly, for me, when I get help, it feels like I'm supposed to do something for you in return, because receiving help is just not, it's not a feeling I'm used to. And I don't mean like somebody open the door. I'll let you open the door all day. You can open doors, you can open car doors. I'm absolutely fine with that. But other help, like times people come and they try to position you in a certain way, and it's just like, it just don't feel comfortable. So I don't want that. In order to actually live a soft life in 2023, you will have to allow help to come to you, and you'll have to receive it, and it's going to feel uncomfortable at times. And I don't know if that uncomfortability is connected to vulnerability. I'm still trying to figure that part out. But when someone offers you help, you have to allow them to help you. It's I mean, I want to say it's that simple, but I know it's not simple when you're used to doing everything yourself. But it really is. I mean, you want a soft life, you have to allow help to come, and you have to receive that help. Number two is Love on yourself. I will not stop ever talking about self love. I honestly think this year I'm going to talk about it so much more than I kind of started talking about it last year because it needs to be talked about. We need to talk about it. One reason is because if you sit there and you think about it, how many women did you really see growing up really loving on themselves? I'll wait. How many did you really actually see um, self caring? Other than getting your hair done and your nails done, did you see anything else? No? Okay. So I feel like personally in the black community as black women, we need to take it up like 50 notches. Like we really need to ramp up the self-love. And self-love doesn't necessarily have to do with external all the time. I feel like self-care is very external. That's your facials and your massages and um your at-home routines and your foot scrubs and your pedicures. That's all external, but there's a lot of self-love that we just don't want to talk about. We don't want to acknowledge. Um, and I think it's time that we just start loving on ourselves. Now, is it gonna be easy? No, nothing's gonna be easy. Let's just get. I mean, nothing's easy. Life is hard. This transition's gonna be uncomfortable. Nothing's gonna be easy. But is it necessary? Absolutely, absolutely. One thing that I have started to do, I'm working on like my frequency of doing it. But one thing that I'm doing is writing love letters to myself. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I remember in like middle school, high school, we used to write these letters to each other. We had this like amazing, fancy origami way of folding these letters up, real cute directions of how to unfold it to someone else. To someone else, though. No, that now stops in this grown age. We're not writing letters to someone else. We're not sending long paragraphs to men about how we feel because we're in our feelings. Because, girl, he not reading the text. No way. We're going to start writing down love letters to ourselves. It's something as simple as I love you. Girl, you're doing an amazing job. I love you today. If that's all you can get, write that out. And then if you want to take it another step, say it, read it back to yourself in the mirror. See how that feels for you to say it to you. Just start with that sentence. And then we'll just go from there. Write a love letter to yourself at the end of every week, which is what I was originally thinking, but my frequency hasn't been that amazing. I don't know if I want to start doing the beginning of the week or the end of the week. End of the week doesn't sound bad because by the time Friday, Saturday rolls around, you ready to sit down, have your wine, chill, have your me time. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to talk to nobody. It's just me and the Lord in this moment. That's a good time to pull like a notepad out or whatever you choose. If you get a journal, whatever you want to do, and write out a love letter. Like, girl, you killed it this week. You killed it this week. This week went so fast. I don't even know what you did really, but you did what you did, and that's all that really matters. That's it, and I love you for that. Or you can write out a specific moment. Girl, she tried you, but what I want to love on you right now about is the fact that you didn't respond. Girl, that is growth. Okay, like write love letters to yourself. Love on yourself more. Be kind to yourself. We are so harsh. That self-talk in our head is so harsh. I remember reading something on Pinterest saying like the things you say to yourself, you would never say that to a friend, and I was like, oh, and would not. I would never say these things to a friend. So why am I so mean to myself? Be kind to yourself. Love on yourself. Give yourself grace. Give yourself patience. I know that a lot of us have learned that like everything has to be fast. It's got to be fast. Why can't I get it? I got to get it now. I got to do it now. In having that whole like quick, fast momentum mindset messes us up, because then we're hard on ourselves, because why am I not where I'm supposed to be now? Why am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing now? It really like mentally affects us. So to just sit down in those moments and love on yourself, appreciate yourself, love yourself for where you are today, and just write yourself a letter. If you don't have a jar, put it in a jar, put it in a box, wherever you want to put it, or just, write it in a journal, and make sure that you keep up with whatever frequency you choose. So the end of the week, beginning of the week, twice a month, whatever it is. But make sure you keep up with it and continuously love on you. Now the next one, I know we don't want to talk about it because retail therapy has been getting us through, but honey, it is time to get your finances in check. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? It's time to get your finances in check. There are lots of videos on YouTube that'll help you with this. There's even a show on Netflix. I just watched it recently. I don't remember the name. I'll definitely put it in the description box, where it was a few different people teaching actual real life people how to get their finances in check. It's time. I personally feel like we're already in a recession and they're just not calling it. I wish they would just go ahead and call it so we can get through it. But that's just me. We're still waiting to figure out, are we in one or are we not? For us millennials, we already been through this. We already know what to do. And the number one thing you want to do now is, while you got some money, is go ahead and pay your debts. Pay whatever debts you can. Do the Dave Ramsey snowball right now, or you can always just save money. Those are the two things that a lot of people are going to tell you to do in a recession: save money and pay off your debts. If you can go ahead and take care of it now while you have money before they actually say we're in a recession, then do it, girl. But right now, it just seems like they're really holding out, but the economy has been on a thin line for over a year at this point. So it's a possibility that things may break. I don't know. What I've learned is to pay attention to Europe's economy. I'll say that again. Pay attention to Europe's economy. UK, I'm sorry, America does what Europe does. So Europe will call a recession probably first, and then we'll probably be right after it. So pay attention to if they call a recession, then know it's coming here. It's already here. I just don't know why they won't just say it. But anyway, get your finances together as best as you absolutely can. If that's saving $50 a check, if that's saving $100 a check, if that's saving $300 a month, whatever it is, just start saving your money up, get your debts together, and minimize those Amazon purchases. I know, I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me. Don't worry about it. Next on my list is sit in silence. Sit in silence. And why I say that is because a lot of people don't like silence. A lot of people don't like silence. And how you know you don't like silence is because when it gets too quiet, you got to cut something on, cut a TV on. You sleep late at night, but the TV's on. Why? Who's watching? Who's watching the TV? Why is the TV on? And this is what I do, and I call it my house soundtrack. But sometimes I just have music playing, and I may have music playing in different rooms. Like the living room, I have music playing. In the back room, I have music playing. It's my house soundtrack, okay? Sometimes I just need to hear music. It's therapeutic for me, but I'm also a person that sits in silence a lot because I grew up in a very quiet house. Quiet from Monday through Friday. possibility very loud during the weekend, but Monday through Friday, it was really quiet. So, my grandfather would be in the living room watching TV. I would be back in my room. You didn't know we was in the house. Like the house is very quiet. So I'm used to silence. I'm used to quietness. It does not bother me at all. However, I've noticed over the years it really bothers a lot of other people. They just have to have a TV on for absolutely no reason. They just have to have sound. They just have to make noises for absolutely no reason. For me, I'm a quiet person, so I notice things like that and it irritates me. But a lot of people are just not used to it, especially if you grew up in a house with a lot of people or a lot of siblings. You're used to all these noises. You're not used to sitting in silence. So as a way of transitioning, try your hardest to just sit in silence. Just sit in your thoughts. Confront those thoughts that start to come up, and a lot of people don't want to do that because then your thoughts start going. But you have to confront those thoughts in order for them to stop. And then honestly, sometimes I get some bomb ideas when I just sit in silence. Like I get amazing ideas when I am in my own space, in my own silence, in my own house, just sitting. I will come up with a lot of things in those moments. So if you're stuck right now, if you're trying to figure out what to do in life, if you're creative and you're really struggling, it's probably because you're not sitting in silence. Like slow down. The last thing on my list is to take some workshops and learn new things. And if you watch my previous videos, you would know why. I do have on my list this year that I want to learn new things. And honestly, I feel like that falls right into the soft life because you can't keep doing the things you've been doing. Those things that you've been doing, keeping your life exactly how it is. So in order to have change, you got to learn new things. Some people that might be working on your mindset and taking on new perspectives and new thoughts when it comes to your mindset. For some, like me, I just want to learn new things. It doesn't matter if it's hosting, it doesn't matter if it's etiquette, which I noticed there's an etiquette series on Netflix recently too. It's funny how they're just kind of changing up the stuff that they dropping on Netflix. But anyway, if it's taking an etiquette class, if it's learning how to make chocolate covered strawberries, if it's whatever it is, it might just be hosting your house, just learning how to do things differently. It might be learning, the etiquette of what you do at, like a 5-star fancy restaurant. Learn those things that you're not used to doing. You're probably not comfortable doing it. Don't feel bad because we're not comfortable either. We all learning together. And then you learn that some of the things that you've done or you've learned to do is probably incorrect. So then you'll learn new ways of doing things. You might want to learn new ways of switching up your wardrobe, what to wear, what colors to wear, how to wear them, how to take what you already have and wear it different ways of learning new things this year. And you don't necessarily have to take on everything they teach you. You can still incorporate it in your everyday life however you would like to and just learn, new things. And it may be picking up some books and learning new mindsets. I always have a list of books that I've read in the past, and I have no problem putting those in the description box below. So I encourage y'all to learn new ways, new things that will help you get to your soft life. It'll help you get to this soft life that you wish for. But understand, you're going to need both sides of you, honey, because we live in America. I'm not about to sugarcoat it. Don't let the hard side go that quick. You're going to need her. Okay? With that being said, those are my 5 realistic ways of obtaining soft life as a Black woman in America. If you have any other thoughts, tips, tricks, and hacks, whatever you do to obtain this soft life, drop them below and we can discuss those in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.